Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing a card of the day reading. I'm using the Lucy Cavendish Blessings deck. I'm sure if I should try to take my glasses off because they're like, I clean them and they're extreme glare right now. I just like keep them like low, they won't reflect as much. I did already clear and shuffle the deck, so I should be ready to go. I get a card. There we go. It popped out upside down. I don't know if I've had this card before. I don't think I have. A blessing for healing of injury or illness. Oh, universe is laughing at me right now because I just came back from the doctor with antibiotics for my face infection. It's like all the ear and sinus. So, a blessing for healing of injury or illness. I've heard on someone else's channel that apparently a lot of people have been twisting their ankles and shit lately, and I almost fell down the stairs the other day, so it's that kind of a vibe lately. It's like insult to injury. 42, the answer to everything, also a 6, which would be the Lovers, which I believe is under the auspices of the Archangel Raphael, who is in charge of healing. So you have that 6 root, and this is very, very green, very pentacles, very much the body. Body. It's kind of interesting, this lady is wearing this mask where she's making her look like the Green Man. She's like, it's like she fell out of the bridal party, like off of the back of the carriage wagon, is waiting for people to realize that they lost her in the Walmart parking lot and they need to go back and get her. She has broken her ankle and she can't run to catch up with everybody, so she has to sit and wait for healing. And there's a little butterfly there for, where am I? I always get this messed up when I go backwards. There's a little butterfly right there, signifying transformation. So this came out like this. I'm seeing ass over tea kettle. It's that's when you have fallen and your ass is now over your head. Like bitches be trippin'. I'm seeing a 3-pronged spiral here. You can kind of see that. Triskelion. Now yesterday when I had the Hermit, I had one of these, but it was there was 4 of them, and it was giving me that tornado situation. This is sort of like storm breaking up over the mountains, winds dispersing, change of the weather. These cards don't usually have reversals. Usually when they're inverted, it's like a delay. But I also see an invert as sort of like a half a hangman. So you have to wait, but it's not a spiritual waiting, it's a physical waiting, so it's like halftime. Like the waiting period for physical healing is shorter than the waiting period for emotional, mental, and spiritual healing. So yesterday with that Eye of the Storm pause with the Hermit, it would have been, you would have been at a 9, and this is now a 6. So it's also kind of a countdown in threes. Let's just get in here. I'm getting so much menthol flavor right now. I've got one of those vaporator thingies, and I get the little menthol sticks in it, and I put 2 of them because, again, I'm sick, and it's been like a week and a half, and dang, but it's so smelly. I love it. And yeah. She looks so freaking like bored. Like, oh my god, what the hell? It's really hard to pick up on because she's like, mouth is totally flatlined, like, just kind of with her hands there. But this little guy here, this butterfly, it's like the winds of change. You know that thing where the butterfly flap can cause a tsunami on the other side of the world? It's like the energetic aspects of the being in the eye of the hurricane that I got yesterday is giving way to the elements that make up the storm going in separate directions here. So it's like oh, what am I thinking? It's like it's like the opposite of the calm before the storm. I'm also seeing like at the end of the movie The Witches of Eastwick, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but I mean, you've had time. It came out in like 1987. So Jack Nicholson's character is in this sort of heated struggle with Michelle Pfeiffer and Cher and Susan Sarandon at the end of the movie, and he comes to attack them literally with like strong winds, and he's like tossing him around, and he's just like, he is literally like a storm unto himself. And the way they defeat him is essentially by rending him in 3, and that way the storm is dispersed and defeated. And that's kind of the energy that I get here, but it's not, it's like having the strength to be completely, or at least partially, destroyed by that which you struggle to get through, and then just sitting there and regrouping. And if you sit there for a minute and just chill, nature and chill, your healing and forward movement will be faster than if you try to run to catch up where you think you should be on your broken leg. So it's like dismemberment remembering. And it's like a clearing breeze, like sweeping. It's like whatever you've been struggling with, it's like you're overcoming it, but your physical body has been so stressed by the effort that it's like, dude, I need a minute. And while you're sitting there, catching your breath, you know, wiggling your big toe, like Uma Thurman there in Kill Bill, during that time, it's like these sort of cleansing winds come and clear out all the crap from the storm. So it's like aura cleansing, but you're experiencing it on a physical level. Like, and I thought about this scene the other day. There's a scene in The Shadow where Alec Baldwin's talking to Penelope Ann Miller, and she's talking about this dream she had, and she's like on a beach, and the water was on her, and she's like, it felt warm and cool at the same time. That's kind of what that is. It's like you're getting this physical sensation of the clearing. So you have like the sunlight, and you feel this like warmth physically, but then there's the breeze, like the little butterfly flapping, that's indicative of a shift. Now 6 can also be a choice, but because it's 4 and 2, it's really more of I mean, there's still that idea of choice with the number 2, but it's more of balance and foundation. And yeah, I'm going through the suits of the number 2 in my head. It's very much it's like your perspective needs to be that you're not a victim, because you have to sit out, you know, the next inning or whatever. I'm seeing it as a hockey match. Like, you're in the penalty box for like 2 minutes or whatever. I don't watch sports, but you know what I mean. Like, whatever the round of the thing until the score stops, you have to sit out for a minute. It's like you're not disqualified, but you have like a temporary injury. So it's like it's like lose a turn. Lose a turn. That's what it's like. And it feels like you're being held back, and you're not going to be able to make those strides that you wanted to. And it really has to do with physical, what's going on in world reality. But oh, okay. 6 times 7 is 42. So the 7 is that movement. So there's inherent movement, but it's like a background energy. So it's like the movement is the breeze. It's more subtle. So you're not hurtling forward yet. But there's this promise that it will I mean, Train kept her running and Chuglin at the same time, and I don't need 2 songs at once. It's like a bad mashup. So the idea, I mean, the general idea of, after talking for like 14 minutes here, lose a turn, healing, automatic spiritual cleansing while you're focused on your physical well-being, followed by imminent movement. Alright, that's enough. You can like, share, subscribe, donate. I've got art in forms of coloring books, merchandise, actual things, prints. All those links can be found in the description box of my infomercial video. The link to that is below this one. Getting the red rum finger here. And it just Hold up my sign or it won't be right. These are the names I use for different applications. And the catalog, all linked in the description box of the infomercial video. Alright, so that was A Blessing for Healing of Injury or Illness, number 42.